What if the person who seemed fascinated by you in the beginning wasn't actually falling for you, but studying you? That's where this story gets interesting, because sometimes what looks like admiration can be intense comparison happening behind the scenes. Welcome back to TF, where we look beyond the obvious and explore the patterns people often notice only after the mask starts to slip. When you first encounter someone with strong narcissistic traits, you may not immediately notice anything unusual. They can seem confident, charming, calm, or incredibly interested in you. They may pay close attention to the way you speak, the way you carry yourself, and the qualities that make you different. And you might think, wow, this person really understands me. But sometimes that attention has another side. They may be fascinated by qualities they wish they possessed themselves. Your confidence, emotional steadiness, independence, warmth, authenticity, or ability to remain grounded can become something they intensely compare themselves against. At first, they may put you on a pedestal. They may mirror your interests, repeat your expressions, adopt parts of your style, or suddenly seem to share many of your values. It can feel like you've finally met someone who completely understands you. But there can come a moment when admiration turns into comparison. They realize they cannot simply copy the inner qualities that make you who you are. Confidence cannot be borrowed forever. Authenticity cannot be performed indefinitely. And genuine peace cannot be created just by imitating someone who already has it. That realization can create tension. Instead of looking inward and asking, "What do I need to change in myself?" a person with strong narcissistic patterns may begin looking outward. Suddenly, the very qualities they once praised become things they criticize. Your confidence becomes arrogance. Your boundaries become selfishness. Your independence becomes distance. Your calmness becomes something they try to provoke. And this is where the dynamic can change dramatically. You may notice more criticism, unnecessary competition, subtle comparisons, withdrawal, blame, or attempts to make you question yourself. The person who once seemed impressed by you may suddenly act as though your strengths are problems. But remember this: someone else's discomfort with your authenticity does not automatically mean there is something wrong with you. You don't have to shrink yourself to make another person feel secure. You don't have to constantly prove your intentions. And you certainly don't have to enter every argument just because someone wants a reaction. Sometimes the healthiest response is simply to step back, protect your boundaries, and stop participating in a cycle that keeps draining your energy. Because the goal isn't to defeat another person. The goal is to remain connected to yourself. You don't need to become louder. You don't need revenge. You don't need to expose everyone. You simply need enough clarity to recognize unhealthy patterns and enough self-respect to choose peace when necessary. And perhaps that's the part people underestimate. When you stop chasing approval, stop explaining yourself endlessly, and start living according to your own values, the dynamic changes. The attention that once felt powerful no longer controls you. Your growth doesn't need to be someone's punishment. Your peace doesn't need to be someone's loss. Your authenticity belongs to you. If this message connected with something you've experienced, take a moment to reflect on the pattern rather than blaming yourself for it. And if you found value here, like the video, subscribe to TF, and stay with us for the next one. There's more to uncover. This video is for general educational and awareness purposes. It is not a diagnosis or a substitute for professional mental health advice. Every situation is different, so focus on healthy boundaries, personal safety, and support that fits your circumstances.